What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm gonna teach you how to solve the Rubik's Cube. But before we get into it, I just want to ask you guys to like and subscribe. As you can see, I'm a gamer as well. I make gaming videos and I also make meme videos on my channel, so check them out and let's get into solving the cube. Hey guys, here's the, I don't have a mat so I'm using a mouse pad, but here's my cube. It's the QiYi MS. I'll put the spellings on screen, and this is a pretty good cube for beginners. So I'm gonna teach you how to solve the Rubik's cube. So before we get started, I have to teach you two basic algorithms. So in algorithm, don't get scared. It's pretty easy. It's just a certain order of moves that you have to do. So the first algorithm we need to memorize is called the right hand algorithm. It's used in every method to solve the Rubik's cube. This is the beginner one, by the way. So the right algorithm, basically turn the right side up, turn the top side, turn right side down, and turn left side. And you can practice this by just doing it again and again, like this. And so the next algorithm you guys have to learn is the left hand algorithm, which is basically the left hand version of the right hand algorithm. So it goes like this. You just repeat. To practice, I'm just repeating it again and again. But yeah, this is the left hand algorithm. Okay, so let's get started now. I'm gonna teach you the extremely easy way to do this, and if you stick around to the end of the video, I can also tell you additional tips and tricks for the beginner method. But I'm gonna teach you the easiest way possible to solve it. So let me just quick scramble it. As you can see, I've scrambled the QiYi MS, which is my cube, good beginner cube. Guys, first of all, I just remembered I also have to teach you the names of the pieces. So these pieces over here in the middle but on the edges, they're called edge pieces. These pieces on the corner, they're obviously called corner pieces, and the pieces in the middle, they're called center pieces. I just wanted to clear that up for you guys. What we're gonna do is we're gonna move all the white edges to the yellow center to try and make like a daisy or daffodil, I don't know, flowers. So you do this by turning this. Now it's here. Now we do the same thing to all the other ones. We find the white edges, and we have to bring them up here to the yellow side. See, I've already gotten 3 now. I look around the cube, see it's here. So then I can just, to bring this here, I can just do 2 turns, this and this, and I can turn this back. So now we have this solved. Alright, so the next step we have to do is we have to align these and then rotate it 180 degrees to the white center, which is on the exact opposite of the yellow. So for example, this is the blue and white edge, so we will bring this to the blue center. So it's at the blue center. Now we rotate 180 degrees, so it's solved now. This piece, it'll remain there now for the rest of the solve. Now we do the same thing with the green and white edge. We bring it to the green side. We rotate 180. This is already in its spot. Rotate 180. This just needs to be turned here in spot, so we rotate 180. So now all the white edges are solved. Now the next step we have to do is to solve all the corners. So we can start by looking at the 2 colors. We only take the corners that are white, obviously, because we have to bring them to the white side, and we have to look at the other 2 colors on the white corner. So this is red and green. So what we do is bring this corner between red and green. And now remember the algorithms I taught you at the start. Now you have to do the right hand algorithm to bring this down here. So you do this, and this, and down here. So you do the same thing with the other pieces. So you see here how white is on the top side. Also, guys, wait, I forgot to mention this before, but for example, see, it's on the left side. This white is on the left. You hold it like this and you do the left algorithm. Okay, and now for example here the pieces are on the right, so I bring this where it's supposed to go down, where I'm supposed to insert this with, and I do the right algorithm if it's on the right side. Okay, guys. Okay, so here's another case where white is on the top side. When white's on the top side, the what you have to do is, it's a little lengthy. Do the either right or left algorithm, it doesn't matter. You do it 3 times, 1 2 3, and it's in here. So we do this same thing with all the other pieces. They go down, this one also goes down, and now we've solved the white side, and solving the white side correctly automatically solves the first layer. Now we put white on the bottom, which you should always consider yellow your top and white your bottom, because it's just the standard thing for all tutorials and anywhere you go. But you can also be color neutral. So for example, you can make the green cross instead of the white cross if you want to. It's all up to choice. So the next step is to solve this second layer, and how we're gonna do that is pretty simple. So we take all the edges that do not have yellow on them. Like this one has yellow on it, we will not use this for now, but all the other 3 don't have yellow on it. So this one, it's already with the center, so we have to bring this piece here, and I get the camera's a little blurry, sorry about that. So we have to bring this piece here. So what we do is we push it away from this direction it has to go. So for example here it has to go right, so we push it left, and we do the right algorithm once. We rotate the whole cube like this, and we do the left algorithm, and it's in here. So we do the same thing with all the pieces that do not have it. And also, guys, the easiest way, like for example, if this piece comes here from the scramble, and you want to take it out, what you do, you just do the same thing you do to put it in. You just do the right algorithm, you hold right, you do the left algorithm, and like that wrong piece is out, you do that again to put it in. So now here we move this here, we move this here, we do that, and it's in. We keep doing that until all of the edges are in the second layer. So this is the last one without yellow, I'm pretty sure. And now we have solved the first 2 layers of the Rubik's Cube. Our next step is to get the yellow cross as well, and it's pretty simple. There's multiple scenarios for this though. So if it's a line like this, you turn front side once, and you do this right algorithm, and you turn back, and there's a cross done. There's another scenario where if it's making an L shape, then what you do is you bring it down here towards your back right, and you do a double turn, and you do the right algorithm, you double turn back, and the cross is solved. And if it's just a dot, you do the same thing you do if there's a line there, for example. So if this is a dot, you do this, you do the right algorithm once, and you do this back. So our next step is to solve the edges, we have to solve the yellow edges. So what we do is we turn the cube in a so what we do now is we have to turn this cube in a specific way, so that to either none 2 or all 4 of them are solved. If all 4 of them are solved, great, you can skip this step. But if 2 or none are, no, actually none, it's impossible for it to be none. But if 2 are solved and the other 2 aren't, then you do the step. So we turn this in a specific way, and see, now 2 of these are solved but these 2 are not. So what you do is you make it so the one on the left is in the back and this one is on the right, and you do this algorithm, and now it's all solved. So, and there's also another scenario which I will try to get right now. Wait. Hey guys, so here's another scenario that can happen where the 2 that are solved, they're on the exact opposite of the cubes. This one's solved and this one is solved. It's really simple. You hold any side, it doesn't matter which side, this side or this side, that are in between the 2 that are solved, and you do this algorithm. Then you turn this once, and then because you've done the thing you need to do, you can just do it normally now. Okay, so the final step now is to solve the corners. How you do this is you find the one, if no corners are solved, then you do this algorithm anywhere. If one corner is solved, then you hold that corner on your front right, and if all the corners are in the right place, then you can skip this step. And also, it doesn't right place doesn't necessarily mean right orientation. So the orientation can be completely wrong, but you have to look at its position. So this one's orientation is also correct, but if I twist this corner, now see, it looks like it's not solved, but it is solved because it's in the right spot. It's the yellow, blue, orange center, and it's in between yellow, blue, and orange. So that means it's correct. Let me just twist back. FYI, if you twist a corner, it's unsolvable. So now, because I have a one solved, I hold it to the back right, and I do this algorithm once, and there we go. Okay, so sometimes if this is not solved, you will have to do it a second time, and if you do it a second time, then it will be solved. So see, all of them, they're in the right spot but not in the right orientation. So now this is the easy part. What you do, you flip the cube upside down, you go to it's like I just prefer to do it on the one on the right that's not solved, the furthest on the right, like in the clockwise order. So this one's unsolved. So there's either 2 scenarios, either yellow faces you or it does not. In this scenario, yellow is facing me, so I do a backwards right algorithm. Like it's the right algorithm, but it's backwards, It's like the right algorithm is this, but the inverse is this. So you do the inverse of the right algorithm twice and it's solved. Now what you do, you don't rotate the cube and solve the others. What you do is you rotate this bottom layer, because if you do it like that, it'll break, it'll be wrong. So it's again on the front side facing me, so I do the inverse again, and again I do the inverse, and I have it solved. There's also this other, so the second scenario is when yellow does not face you while doing this last step. So if it faces the right, for example, you do the right algorithm twice. Okay, that's pretty simple. So guys, we've solved the Rubik's Cube. Now this is the QiYi MS. I'll put a link for the daraz and for daraz, AliExpress and Amazon in the description. So, and if you want to learn, you can practice this again and again. You can rewind the video, do any steps you missed, and also I will now teach you the other like tips and tricks to help you solve it even better. So this is the first step, and it's the biggest. Instead of what I taught you before, is you bring all the white centers up here to the white edges, to the yellow center. But there's a quicker way to do this, and that quicker way is to just directly insert them to the white center. So once you get good at bringing them to the yellow side and then doing to the white center, then you can practice doing this with it. Okay guys, so my second tip is that if you ever come in a scenario where this edge needs to go here and this edge needs to go here, there's a simple algorithm to do it instead of taking it out and swapping them manually. The easier way to do it is so these two are the ones that need to be fixed. You hold the cube like this and you turn this twice, you turn this twice, you turn this twice. Did I turn twice? I don't know. You turn this twice and you turn this twice, and it solves it. Another common scenario is when it's this edge, it's flipped, and it can be any edge, not specifically this color, but like I'm just using this because why not? So this edge, there's an algorithm to flip the edge. What it is it's this twice, this twice, this, and then you reinsert it, and it's fixed. Okay, so now we just solve it normally, and I have one last tip for you guys. Okay, so here's a tip. So for example, you can see this corner is solved. This is the second last step, by the way, when we're putting the corners in the right spot. So for example, this corner is in the right spot, but this one isn't. Now you check the color of this side. The color of the side is red, and this is a red piece, but it's not in the right spot, so it needs to go here. So the algorithm to do this is you take this one that's already in the right spot, you rotate the cube, and you do the inverse. So push left side up, push right side up, push left side down, push right side down, and they're all in the right spot. So you can solve the cube normally. I wish you all the best to solve the cube. Please like and subscribe, as I really want to grow my channel. And thank you for watching. See you later. This is an after note in that first tips and trick. Just make sure that you're also doing these in the right spot. So the white edges and the orange edge, sorry, is here in the right spot. And like, see how I do it. You can still use the yellow daisy method partially to your advantage while doing this as well. So see, I've solved the cross. So yeah, this is just to help you out the cross. And also guys, like and subscribe, and rate my English as well, kinda, because English is my second language, but doesn't sound like it, I don't think. And also, I don't know if you heard any buzzing during the video, but sorry, because there's a big hornet's nest in my window, which I need to get removed like today. So yeah, like and subscribe. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. And if you want me to do a setup tour, I'll do it later. And if you have any questions, you can contact me in the comments, or you can just text me on Discord. You can ask my ID in the comments. So yeah, I'll see you all later. I hope this tutorial helped.